Hi, I'm Vasundhara, founder of Read to Lead. And this is a learning journey or endeavor, I may call. Every first Sunday of every month, this learning community comes together and we discuss a book. And we are always blessed by an author or an industry expert as a speaker. And then the forum is open for discussion. And we all love our, Sunday mornings well spent like this. And in October, we had Deepa Soman, who is managing director of Lumiere Business Solutions, who graced our forum. And what a session it was. Everything was said when she got a standing ovation. And the messages are still pouring in. My inbox is full with all the messages saying the session was fantastic and we want Deepa Soman again. So, Deepa, thank you so much for accepting my invite and, gracing our, forum. And I think this is the second time that you have, come here as
Yes.
a speaker. It was a special demand that we want Deepa so much. So, I know you're a avid reader, and when I asked you, uh, Pat came the reply that you want to do it on radical candor. So I
Yeah.
understand after attending the session why, but then what went on in
Yeah.
your mind at that time that you chose this book?
So, Vasu, you won't believe it. It is on my Kindle, and it has been on my Kindle like this. I have been savoring the book for quite some time. Actually, we had a coaching opportunity for a client for their um, C suite and one level below in Nepal for a global client of ours. And somewhere the challenge that that company was facing was on one side, and I have had this experience of books finding me. So I actually have a hashtag books find us. And in one of the communities of women coaches and consultants that I'm a part of, She Mantra, uh, in fact, I would love to invite you to that community. This book was mentioned in the She Reads, which is a subgroup of that community, as the month's reading
Oh.
by Kim Scott. And somebody had also posted the 15-minute TED talk.
Mhm.
Uh, Discovering a book through TED, through Blinkist is also another efficient way that I have found over time. So I get to understand what's the idea behind the book. And I was so fascinated that in the following month, when we went to Nepal, in that 2 day workshop, I used this video. The book is very simple and it has an implication on all of us, especially in our part of the world where we are very deferent to our elders. Today, of course, that is changing, but we do not invite criticism. We do not invite young people to challenge us. You will always use authority, age, position, power to be equal to I know more. We know today that is a Google has is a great equalizer. Everybody comes with the same level of access to knowledge and information.
So true.
The whole part of the two axes that Scott talks about, which is care personally and challenge directly, appeal to me a lot as a parent, as a community member in society, as a business leader, as a consultant, as a coach, as a mentor, as a teacher, or as a researcher. One of the things is about caring for that issue personally and caring for the person personally. But I feel that my natural style where it comes to conflict management is that of conflict avoidance. I would like to keep peace, I would like to keep harmony, and that is my personality, and that is also what my the tool tells me, that I am someone who would by instinct be someone who would like to avoid a conflict situation. Now in this case, what happens, Vasu, is if we do not challenge directly, we can become a very nice, a place where there is a lot of empathy being very high. you can get into the zone of what Kim Scott calls ruinous empathy. It is like saying, बच्चा डिमांड कर रहा है कि मेरे को चॉकलेट चाहिए, एंड मम्मी रिफ्यूज नहीं कर पा रही है. शी इज वेदर शी इज अशेम्ड कि मॉल में नाटक करेगा या टैंट्रम थ्रो करेगा, या एज अ ग्रैंड मदर टू से चलेगा ना, क्या फर्क पड़ रहा है, एक ही तो है, एक ही मांग रहा है. सो दैट इज वेरी डिजास्ट्रस फॉर दैट बेबी, एंड दैट इज गेटिंग इन द वे ऑफ सेइंग, अरे तो तेरे को चॉकलेट खाने का, एक खाने का है, दो खाएंगे तो क्या होगा, दो खाएंगे तो दांत खराब हो सकते हैं, और तीसरा खाएगा तो क्या होगा, पेट दुखेगा, चौथा खाएगा तो क्या होगा, कल तो स्कूल नहीं जा पाएगा. सो आई एम सेइंग द होल थिंग ऑफ चैलेंज डायरेक्टली इज नॉट अबाउट अटैकिंग एंड सेइंग,
Yeah.
तेरे को इतना भी पता नहीं है कि ना नहीं खाने का है, कल तो हम लोग डेंटिस्ट के पास गए, एक चाटा मारूंगी अगर मांगेगा तो. That is obnoxious aggression. I am using my power, my size, my whatever to say एक चाटा मारूंगी, and I'm, और मैं पीछे जाके I will tell my husband saying क्या इसको कुछ भी माँ नहीं सिखा रही है. So that is getting into the space
And
of saying manipulative
manipulate.
insincerity. I am not challenging the child. I am not telling the mother how they can grow to be having healthy habits. But मैं जाके पीछे पीठ पीछे कुसुर पुसुर कर रही हूँ, which is also what comes from fear. I don't want, पता नहीं मेरी बहू क्या सोचेगी, पता नहीं मेरा पोता कल मेरे से प्यार नहीं करेगा. So these fears of Hawwa in our mind, which
Correct.
move us, because my caring has gone down. If I
Correct.
cared very much for my grandchild or my son, I will tell him नहीं खाना चाहिए, प्रेम
Correct.
से बताऊंगी, ना
Correct.
कि मैं पीछे बोलूंगी. So, Vasu, I
Correct.
feel it is such a important topic now. All of
Absolutely,
us experience
absolutely.
it,
The
personal life.
avoidance also has its own consequence, which I think you made us all aware about. And in fact, after listening to you on that day, the Sunday session, it made everybody think in their mind. And I think that was the power of that session, Deepa, the way you carried it out. Instead of just talking about the session, you wanted everybody to think about this framework and
Yes.
where all we are making mistakes and where all we can use
Yeah.
it. Fantastic.
Yeah.
I think I invite everybody to read this book definitely. And on my front, I have decided I'm going to keep this module in every workshop. I think, irrespective of whether the client wants it, but this is the major part of leadership. The feedback
Yes.
has to be given, but how is,
How?
yeah, is more
And
important.
invite criticism. See, leaders,
Absolutely.
the top leadership, when it starts saying after the meeting, what are the two things I could have done better?
Done better.
Or in the family situation, when the parent asks the child in this PTA, what do you think I could have done better in this,
Better.
in my talk with your teacher? See, we are creating the habit of radical candor, which every society and community needs if we have to have get better leaders also, right? We should
Absolutely.
be fearless about asking questions, but kaise पूछे भी एक कला है.
We are
And
not
to,
taught
I
it. We
think
are
what
not
you
taught
have done in this Navratri, Durga, is all about that, overcoming our inner fear, weaknesses.
it. Correct.
Fear is a big one.
Correct. Correct. That's really wonderful. And how was it? You interacting with our Ray to Lead
Yeah.
audience, or our family, we call generally
Yeah.
Ray to Lead. How
No,
was
I
your
think
experience, Deepa?
so sincere about learning. So I really thought it was a very participative audience. I think people were there. See, coming on a Sunday morning, 9 to 11, coming month after month for 7 years is,
Yeah.
you had one or two people, I think, who have been doing that
Correct.
without breaking a habit.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
I think that says a lot for the community. There was somebody who had come from Lokhandwala to
Yeah.
Nerul.
Yeah.
I mean,
Yeah. Yeah.
Sunday
People come
morning सुबह
travel
9
from
बजे, मतलब वो
Talegaon,
7
Pune.
बजे, ये 7 बजे सुबह निकल के कौन आता है वहां पे,
Correct.
unless you get value out of it, ना.
Yeah.
So for me, I think the big part of a community is when you have no agenda sharing, no agenda giving,
Correct.
no agenda sharing is a very big thing, just to build the love for reading, for books, for knowledge, knowledge sharing. And today people have access to knowledge. When we share, we impart wisdom. And
Correct.
therefore sharing in the community is very important. And
Correct.
I really had come when you were in SIS,
Yeah.
and because of it was clashing with another event we used to do at Lumiere, which is the Luna's, the Lumiere Naturalist event, which used to be at the same time on Sunday morning, first Sunday of the month.
Correct.
तो वो
Correct. I
clash
remember
होता
the
था,
same.
and
Correct.
that is why as a group we actually could not continue. And I think also I'm very grateful to even the hosts, Nerul Gymkhana, that they have
Yeah.
given this premises
Absolutely.
for
Absolutely.
the very, very noble purpose. So
Absolutely.
hats off to the community, to
Yeah.
the first of all to you for the concept, and for people like us. I in fact talk about this. So the other day, Dr. Lakshmi Lingam and Dr. Lingam Chelpa both said, please make us part of this community. We want to join.
How
I
wonderful.
want to learn and I want to share and talk about books. These are very senior
Yeah.
people. And
Yeah.
immediately I told them I will tell Vasundhara to add them to the
I
community.
always feel, I think, when you're very genuine to, your
Yeah.
intention or what you want to do, कारवा बनता जाएगा और लोग जुड़ते जाएंगे and
Yeah.
you will always have people
Yeah.
supporting you, and because of that support only it has gone on
Yeah.
for almost 7 years. We feel really blessed, and
Even the idea of inviting Dr. Yamdagni to come and talk about her book, what a beautiful thing she gave. That same day I read that book and I
wonderful,
also, messaged her. So
wonderful.
meeting like-minded, very
Correct,
good
correct.
people, you know.
Absolutely. Absolutely. Thank you so much, Deepa, for that time. And, it was wonderful talking to you again. I actually revived back everything that we learned, and hope to see you again with another
Yes.
session soon. Thank you so much.
Absolutely, both as a listener and as as a sharer. I
You'll be
think
blessed.
that is what we are, and everybody I think has so much value to give. We underestimate ourselves,
So true.
and I think language is no barrier
Absolutely.
for connecting people and humans
Absolutely.
and ideas. So we should not
Absolutely.
hold back. कि अच्छा ये English books के बारे में है, Hindi. I would invite everybody to join this community.
Absolutely.
Whoever is interested in knowledge, learning, reading, and sharing. I think that is what this community
Absolutely.
is. So thank you,
Absolutely.
Vasu,
Thank you
for
so
you.
much, Deepa. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Bye.
Bye.